name is Lynne Serpe. I'm the Green Party candidate for City Council in District 22. That's Astoria, Queens, a little bit of East Elmhurst, Jackson Heights, and Woodside. I'm ready to offer voters a strong, independent choice. And that's so important in this election cycle. We have Jobs for New York, a real estate front, a political action committee dumping almost $150,000 into the race to try to buy the election. As an independent Green candidate, I'm here to tell people, forget about special interests. I'm here for you. To win in this race, I might need 30%. I ran 4 years ago against Peter Vallone Jr. and I got 24%, running for the first time against a family dynasty. So I think this time it is an absolutely winnable election. Last time I focused on energy efficient, affordable housing, 7-day library service, and good green jobs. Unfortunately or unfortunately, those issues are still relevant today. The city has not done enough to retrofit and make our aging housing stock weatherized, which will lower utility bills as well as making the living environment more comfortable. The city has not done enough to make sure that libraries get adequate funding every year. We have to go through a fight, 3-4 months, where we're worried if we're going to lose service at our libraries. I run a greening initiative at Queens Library. I help coordinate 900 programs for toddlers, kids, teens, adults. I schedule programs in not just English, but Spanish, Chinese, Korean, Bengali, and Arabic. Our libraries are such a valuable resource, and they're used every time they're open. There's lines out the door when the library doesn't open until 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. What we need to do is have dedicated baseline funding, and that is a proposal that's in front of the council right now, something I absolutely support. We've had 2 all-candidate debates here in District 22. They were just before the primary, but they invited all the candidates. So at one, 7 of us participated, and the other 5 participated. Being green is about using resources wisely. So it's about energy efficiency, it's about fair elections and efficient elections, it's about not spending $100 million to ship our waste to other states, but composting it, using our kitchen scraps to help fertilize our tree pits. I think when people recognize that being green is also about being healthy, about green jobs, and about clean green streets. That's a big thing with people. They're really worried about the litter on their streets. Is that when they understand that, they're really open to a lot of the ideas. Plus, they love the fact that being green saves money. So I've been active for years with groups like Transportation Alternatives Queens Committee and newly with the Riders Alliance. Transportation is a big deal in this district. A lot of people have no access to subways, so we need more frequent bus service. We also have a growing population of cyclists who need a safe place to ride. We have to share the streets, and that's something that unfortunately some of the entrenched older interests here in this district, they just haven't been as open to these kind of new ideas. There was a pedestrian plaza at Newtown and 30th Avenue that was voted down, even though there was massive, overwhelming support from the community to have one, and we're seeing them being built not just in Manhattan, but in other parts of Queens, and being popular, good for the community and small business owners. I'm an active urban gardener. I participate in Two Coves Community Garden, which is nearly a half an acre located near Astoria houses. We have a couple of hundred families who grow their own food in an area that's known as a food desert. If you cross 21st Street, there's no supermarket. People don't have access to healthy food. So a big part of my campaign is making sure that people do have that access, whether it means increased supermarkets, more farmers markets, or healthy school lunch programs or healthy senior lunch programs. The city spends a massive amount of money purchasing food. It's called local food procurement policies, so that the food that they buy is sourced locally. And these are the kind of policies that I want to move us forward. I want the city to expand their local food procurement policies so that we can ensure that everyone who is given a free lunch or a free breakfast, so many of our kids today are getting assistance that way, but they're getting a healthy one. Kids can't learn when they're hungry. Kids can't learn when they're malnourished. And so this idea of healthy food is really important. I'm not a big fan of soda bans. I would rather that we provide people with the option of either growing their own food or having access to it.
If people want to find out more about your campaign, where should they go to?
They should go to serpeforcouncil.org, which is my website. I also have a Facebook page, Vote Lynne Serpe, and I have a Twitter, so Vote Lynne Serpe.